Hello, everyone. Welcome to another live session with Ian Global. Today, we'll be hosting Miss Tomi from QA.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
Can I start, Jacqueline?
Yeah. Yeah, of
Okay.
course.
Hello everyone. My name is Tomi and I work with QA Education as an in-country coordinator. And today I'm going to be taking you through our processes and basically how to make a successful application if you're looking to study in the UK. Um, QAI Education is a company that is a pathway provider. So we provide pathways to your study in the United Kingdom. Um, we have partner universities that we've already partnered with, and then all our partner universities are based in the UK. So if you're looking to study in the UK, just know that you're in the right place at this particular time because we are going to be simplifying all of this for you. Um, if you, I mean, I would say that at QA we provide various academic levels ranging from the undergraduate pathway. Undergraduate pathway is for students that may have just finished from WAEC, finished from the secondary school, and then they have a WAEC results and they are looking to progress to the university in the UK. We have a wide range of undergraduate courses ranging from arts to sciences to business to health and engineering courses. We also have computing courses, which is very famous right now. Um, we also offer the undergraduate top up courses. So for students that may for the pathway we offer international foundation and international year one. So for students that may have I would say maybe a degree or maybe just something above of the WAEC, probably you have like A levels or OND, you would be qualified for the international year one at QAI Education. We have our partner university, Northumbria University, that offers international year one in the Newcastle campus and also in London campus. But I'm going to come to the schools much later. If you have an HND result and you wish to
Vicky Network.
progress to the United Kingdom to study, um, we also have courses available for you. You would be qualified for what we call the undergraduate support program, which is, I mean, the undergraduate support is not a master's program. It's just basically to top up what you already have right now, as the name implies. Um, our partner university, Northumbria University, runs the undergraduate support program. So if you study top up at Northumbria University, you'll be graduating with a degree certificate. When you have your degree certificate, then you can proceed to study the master's program. We also have what we call the pre-masters or the extended level. This level is basically for students that have a degree certificate, but they've graduated with a third class or with a pass. Um, this is just to, I mean, it runs for 15 months. So this is just to kind of like make sure that you also are able to, have your master's degree. But again, the months is quite longer than if you were to like come into the direct master's program. um our partner universities that offer this academic level, the extended and the pre-masters, are the Northumbria University and All Star University. For the extended and pre-masters, they are actually the same thing. It's just that Ulster University calls theirs the extended program and Northumbria University calls theirs the pre-masters program. Then of course we have the masters program. I mean, we at QA, we don't have the research masters, we don't offer PhD courses. I would say the highest level currently stops at masters, but for masters we have lots of business courses, we have lots of computing courses as well. We recently just added an health course last year, which is called MSc Health Promotions and Public Health, which is currently the only health course that we offer for masters. So I mean, if you're looking to study a course in business or a course in computing, just know that you're at the right place. We also have some courses like project management. We have the MBA program as well. I would be Okay, I can see a particular question already coming in, but okay. So I'm just quickly going to run through our partner universities, the universities that we currently partner with, that we recruit for internationally, are Northumbria University, Ulster University, Solent University, and University of South Wales. So for the undergraduate levels, we have partnered with University of South Wales and Solent universities to provide the undergraduate courses, and for the postgraduate levels, we've partnered with Ulster University and Northumbria University. Um, for Ulster University, we have campuses in London, in Manchester, and in Birmingham. The good thing is that students is free to choose from any of these campuses. I would say that, I mean, students usually prefer to go to the Birmingham campus because the cost of living in Birmingham is actually much more affordable compared to London. Same with Manchester. Manchester is a new campus. We just added the Manchester campus last year. Um, so, I mean, tuition fee for the Manchester campus and the Birmingham campus is the same thing for Ulster University. Then tuition fee for the London campus is slightly higher. I would say that for us at QA Higher Education, our biggest selling points has also
Sorry guys, we are having network issues. Please bear with us as we rectify this. Please know that QA is a good partner, pathway providers for both students going for masters and foundation, whether you're going for pre-masters or you're looking to go for extended courses. QA is a very guaranteed pathway provider. Okay, very flexible in terms of
I'm
um,
not sure what
okay,
happened. Can you hear me now, Jacqueline?
yeah, I can
Okay,
hear you. Sorry about that.
yes. Um, okay, can you put up my presentation now? Okay, so while Amir puts up my presentation, I'm just gonna continue with the tuition fees, which is where I stopped before. I think network went off.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to re-add the presentation. Kindly give me some time, please. Um, awesome, awesome. So yes, I'm on a partner universities. So, for All Star University, tuition fee for All Star University at the London campus is £14,950. But the good thing about this is that we are going to be giving you 20% off, and then your tuition fee would come to around 11,350 pounds, which is what students are going to be paying if they are interested in studying at London
Sorry guys. We're having network malfunction. Um, just give us a few minutes, okay, to rectify this. The rep will join us once again. Okay, so for QA University, like she said, they have three branch campuses for Ulster University. So they have the Birmingham campus, they have the Manchester campus, and they have the London campus. Okay, so Manchester campus and Birmingham campus has almost the same tuition fee, except the London campus. Okay, we have her back now.
Can you hear me now? I'm not sure why this keeps going off.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So I'm just going to continue from the tuition fees. For All Star University, tuition fee for the London campus is £14,950, like I earlier said. But that is not what students are going to be paying because we have an automatic discount that applies to all students. Emphasis on all students, so you don't have to do anything special to like merit this discounts. This goes out to all students. By the time we apply the 20% discount on the tuition fee, it brings it to around £11,960, which is what students are going to be paying if they are interested in studying at All Star University London campus. Now, for the Manchester and the Birmingham campuses, the tuition fee is £13,300, which 15% discount applies for these campuses. And when we apply the 15% discount, tuition fee comes to 11,305 pounds. Um, these fees are actually very competitive for students who may have done their homework or who may have done a little bit of research to kind of find out what the tuition fees are for like other universities. I would say that we have one of the most competitive tuition, if not the most competitive tuition fees out there, and that has always been our biggest selling points for QAI education. For Solent University, for the undergraduate student, the pathway program costs 11,500, which a discount of 20% would also be applied. Same for the University of South Wales and for Northumbria University, tuition fee costs £11,500. Minimum age for University of South Wales and Solent University is 18, and minimum age for Northumbria University is 16 and above. um okay, so I'm just going to jump into the required documents that you need. I'm really trying to like understand if we're going to have more postgraduate students than undergraduate students on the live, so that I really know where to focus. But I'm going to be focusing on All Star University and Northumbria University for our postgraduate students, because generally we usually have more postgraduate students than undergraduate
Yeah.
students. Yeah, but even if you're an undergraduate student, I would like for you to know that some of these requirements also apply to you, except for the ones that won't apply to you, like the degree certificates. But I think pretty much everything applies as well. So our documents, the documents that you need to be submitting to the AN Global team if you're ready to put in an application to any of our partner universities, are the degree certificates. The degree certificate should be a certificate. It should state on its certificate. So we don't accept statements of results. It has to be a degree certificate. We also need your degree transcript. If you're submitting any transcript to us as a school, for us to assess to give you admission to study in our school, I would say that this transcript has to be an official transcript. Um, of course, I'm aware that some universities would not give students the transcripts. It's okay to just speak to the EM Global team. They would let you know how exactly to get your transcripts across to us. Um, we have a designated mailbox where we receive transcripts from university, and I would say that almost at least a good number of universities in Nigeria. We receive transcripts from a good number of universities in Nigeria via email. So you don't have to send via courier and all of that. I mean, it's 2025. You can just have your school email it across to us. But again, the EN Global team is going to advise you on how to do that. So if you have a transcript that already states not for official use or that states students copy, just know that we would not be accepting that transcript. You need to like get your official transcripts across to us. Another document that you need to submit is statement of purpose. So a statement of purpose is just like an essay to tell us why you want to study in our school. Again, if you speak to the EN Global team, I'm sure they'll be able to assist you with some formats or just to tell you how a proper statement of purpose should look like. Um, I mean, for us as a school, we want to make sure that you are qualified to study the course that you've chosen to study. We want to make sure that you're studying this course for the right reasons. So we look out for what your career plans are, what you've done in the past, what did you study prior to now, why do you want to study the course that you've chosen to study at this particular time. um we also want for you to mention your full course name on the SOP so that we are sure that you know exactly what you're applying for. So we often have students abbreviating a lot on statements of purpose. Some students that are interested in studying international business with human resource management would, I mean, put something like international business with HRM. They just try to, shorten and abbreviate it, but this is not allowed. Um, you need to write your course name in full. You need to write the campus that you are choosing to study as well. Um, Note that, of course, we have various campuses, so you need to indicate that as well on your SOP. Earlier, I'm not sure that I mentioned that for Northumbria campus, for Northumbria University, we have the London and the Newcastle campus. However, we take our master students into the London campus, and we usually take our international year one students into the Newcastle campus. Another thing that I may not have mentioned is that our campuses are branch campuses, so they are much smaller campuses. Main campus of All Star University, the university is based in Northern Ireland and Belfast. The main campus of Northumbria University is based in Newcastle, but we at QA are in charge of the branch campuses in Birmingham, Manchester, and London for All Star University, and the London campus for Manchester University. Um, so I'm going to continue with the required documents. Detailed CV is another required document. Um, for CV, I mean, we just want for students to first of all capture their O level school in their CV. So any school that you've attended for secondary school, would like for that to reflect on your CV, and we also like for you to leave no gaps beyond 6 months on your CV. Um, any gap that is more than 6 months, it kind of needs to be accounted for. You need to tell us what you were doing at that particular time. If you were seeking employment, you need to state that on your CV. If you took time off for maternity leave or for any other reasons, you also need to state that on your CV as well. Um, Also for CV, please make sure that you're including the months. So if you were to say you attended University of Jos, for example, we'll be expecting to see September 2020 to September 2025, not 2020 to 2025. And this applies for all the sections of the CV. So you need to make sure that the months and the year they are captured in the CV, and that is what would give you a CV that we would be able to work with. Also, I would like to mention that if you have any degrees, or if you have any certificates that you don't have the paperwork for, it would not be smart to include that on your CV. We've had students submit CVs that would say MBA in view, for example, and then when we assess the CV and we say to students, if we will send the students a mail saying that we need your NBA certificate, then students will say things like it's in view. And then we would say, okay, if it's in view, then we would like to see the completion letter. We would like to see we would like to see a kind of proof that this started, and then you left. Or we would just like to see a kind of paperwork to say that you started this course. We could even request for the transcripts. If you say that you've had the MBA for a few months, we could request for the transcripts. And if you're not able to provide any of these documents, your application is not going to be continued. So if you say that you have or you studied OND in a particular place, we expect for you to give us the transcripts and the certificates. If you tell us that you have an MBA in view, we'll tell you to provide evidence of that. Whatever you're including on your CV, basically you need to provide evidence. So that is also to be noted while you're trying to like submit your CV. For the English test, we require either WAEC or NECO or the IELTS exam, and we also have our free English tests um that we administer in QA education. It's called the QA English test. So I mean, usually, if a student has a minimum of C in English in WAEC, you're able to apply to any of our partner universities. If you have a C in English in NECO, you're able to apply to n- All Star University. However, Northumbria University only accepts minimum of B in English if you have a NECO result. However, if you have a WAEC result, the minimum for all our partner universities is a C in WAEC. But if you're using a NECO results for All Star University, All Star is going to accept a C. But All Star Northumbria University would only be accepting a B minimum. And if you're wondering why there's these discrepancies among these universities and the requirements, I would say that we as QAI Education, we do not issue CASs. We still rely on this university for CASs. So even though we are going to be taking care of your application and reviewing all of your applications, the CAS is coming from the main campus. So we also need to make sure that you are meeting the requirements set by these universities. So basically these are the requirements set by the universities, and this is what you have to meet as well. If you're submitting a WAEC results or a NECO result to us, please make sure to submit with a scratch card. This is so that we can verify your results. um Also for WAEC and NECO, I would say that this has to be a certificate as well, because sometimes we have cases where students are submitting the WAEC results that their secondary school has given them. So this is not allowed. It has to be a certificate, a WAEC certificate or a NECO certificate. For students that may have studied previously in the UK, if you have a CAS or a BRP, um we would like for you to submit that as well with your application. If you have a name discrepancy in any of these documents that we've mentioned, we would say that you need to submit with an affidavit. But again, it depends, because All Star University does not accept affidavits for a name discrepancy. If you have a name discrepancy on your WAEC results or on your NECO results, we would expect that you submit a letter from the degree awarding institution, which is usually the secondary school that you've attended, to say that these two names are one and the same person. So how you would know that you have a name discrepancy is you're going to compare the names on your documents with the name on your international passport. If there's a difference, then you have a name discrepancy. I know NECO is fond of making or just abbreviating a lot. A lot of NECO results, they've abbreviated the middle names. Um If your middle name is abbreviated, okay, for example, my middle name is Precious, and on my NECO certificate it says P. Even though while I was registering for the NECO, I must have put Precious, but when the certificates came out, they just put a P to replace the Precious. And I know that NECO they're actually fond of doing that. So that is a
Yeah.
name discrepancy. If I were to clear up that name discrepancy, I would need a letter from NECO or from my secondary school to say that Precious and P, these are one and the same person. These are not two different people. The P there stands for Precious, and that's going to clear up your discrepancy. Um, for applicants that may have changed their names due to maybe marriage for the female applicants, or due to other reasons, I would say that newspaper publication and a marriage certificate, usually maybe also an affidavit, you can use that to clear up your discrepancy. Northumbria University is very happy to accept affidavits for name discrepancy, but for all star they usually wants a letter from the degree awarding institution. However, all star University is happy to accept affidavits for date of birth discrepancy or any other discrepancies. um okay. So once you submit all of your documents to the EN Global team, I would say that you need to relax first of all, because you're in good hands. We've worked with them for several years and they know what to do. So once you submit your documents to them and they put in an application for you, we are going to assess your application. Once we assess, it goes into either a conditional offer or an unconditional offer. If we're satisfied with all of the documents that I've just mentioned right now, your application will go into an unconditional offer stage. What this means is that we've basically given you admission to come and study in our school. So at this stage, we'll be expecting for you to make a payment of deposits. If it goes into a conditional offer stage, usually the AN Global team, they would let you know what is pending on your application, which you need to maybe clear out or edit or submit, and then your application will go into the unconditional offer stage. Once you also need to know that our schools are what we call hot cake in Nigeria. That's the slang we use in Nigeria. What this means is that we get filled up very fast. So once you have your unconditional offer, please waste no time. This is the time that you need to be making your tuition deposits immediately, as soon as possible, before the intake gets filled up. Tuition deposits for All Star University is £5,500. Tuition deposits for Northumbria University is £2,750. Um, once you make these deposits, we are going to schedule you for what we call a precast interview. We know that students often don't like to hear the word interview, but I can assure you that the interview that we conduct as QA Higher Education is very, very easy and very seamless to pass. We are going to send you the questions that would be asking you, and I'm sure that the EN Global team would kind of like practice with you before you have to face the interviewer um that is going to be interviewing you. For the interview, we just ask basic questions. So questions like why do you wish to study in our school? Why did you choose the UK as a study destination? So if, for example, they were to ask you why did you choose the UK as a study destination, um you could say that you've chosen the U based on, obviously there are different reasons why people choose where they choose, but Nigeria students often give such answers like UK is closer to Nigeria if you were to compare to maybe the US or to Canada or to Australia. So probably they prefer to study someplace that is closer to home. Also, the time zone is somewhat, the same. Well, the same for most of the time, but I know that right now the UK is 1 hour behind, which is that's because of the daylight savings. Other months of the year we're on the same time zone. So if you're studying in the UK, you can easily connect with your family and friends back home. I have a sister in the US, and sometimes when she's ready to, discuss with me, I'm sleeping or I'm about to sleep, and the time zone can be a little, you know it's just not as easy as the way that I get to communicate with people in the UK. Colleagues and friends in the UK, I communicate with them. I just pick up the phone to call them whenever I want to, because I know that I'm not disturbing their sleep. So I mean, these are some of the reasons that you can give. Um, to like why you've chosen to study in the UK. Also, the if you notice the application to the UK based on application to the school and even for visa is usually quite easier. I would say the success rate is higher than if you were to compare to maybe America or even Canada, where the refusal rates, it's a little higher than what we experience, in the UK. We often do not have visa refusals. Just a few times there could be one or two, but I would say that is just quite easier getting into UK universities than a couple of universities in other country. I mean, there are other reasons that you can give as to why you've chosen to study in the UK, because this is going to be asked during your precast interview. Another question that will be asked during your precast interview is why you've chosen the course that you've chosen to study, and what your future career plans are. Another question that is going to be asked during your precast interview is as it relates to the campus that you've chosen to study, which I know for some of our students they could get a little confused, because you need to understand that our campuses are branch campuses, and then the facilities that we have on campus is different from the facilities that are available in the main campus. So you want to, if you're practicing for your precast interview, you want to practice based on the campus that you've chosen to study. You don't want to be mentioning facilities in All Star University Belfast campus while you've applied to study in All Star University London campus. So if you're practicing, and it's always just ask the AN Global team, they would be happy to like shed more light on this for you. um I mean, we have a lot of facilities in the London campus, and the Birmingham campus, and the Manchester campus, and also in Northumbria campus. And you want to like check what these facilities are, so that you'll be able to give the right answers during your precast interview. Basically, these are the questions that you'll be asking your precast interview. Any student that prepares would pass the precast interview. We usually have our students passing our precast interview. Um, we would only give one try. We usually give one try. I mean, there are cases where we've given more than one. If the AN Global team comes to say, okay, please give us one more try. But I mean, the precast interview, I would expect that students will pass within just one try, because it's actually very easy to pass. Once you're done with your precast interview, we'll be expecting two documents from you, which is your mature bank statement. The AN Global will shed more light on that based on how much you need to have in your accounts and all of that, and also your TB certificate. Again, make sure I mean, getting your TB test done at the UKVI centers, registered centers or acknowledged centers. You need to speak to the AN Global team. They're going to share with you the centers that you can get your TB test done. Once you have your matured bank statements and your TB certificate and you submit that to us, we are going to be giving you your CAS, which is the document that you need to apply for your visa. Now, I also wanted to mention that for if you're submitting bank statements to us, please note that we don't accept microfinance banks, we don't accept investments accounts, we only accept commercial banks, and please do not submit falsified documents. Refrain from submitting falsified documents, because you don't want to earn yourself a ban. Please submit only original documents. Do not make multiple applications. Before you make an application, you want to know exactly what course you want to study. Um, and you need to be sure of the campus as well. At any point in time, if you feel like you probably made a mistake and you want to change your campus, probably you applied to um All Star University London and now you want the Birmingham campus for some reason, just reach out to the AN Global team and they would get this changed for you. Um you don't need to go ahead and make a new application. Um if you if you want to make any changes for whatever reason, just talk to the team and let them make the editing for you. Please don't make multiple applications. Multiple applications is not allowed. And there's also absolutely no need to work with multiple agents because that is not allowed as well. So we are not going to be switching agents from one agency to the other. It's not allowed. We have strict policies against all of that. So you want to just make sure that you're doing the right thing. Um, yes, and I've spoken about precast interview. I've spoken about bank statements and the TB test as well. I think that will be all for now from my end, but I'm very happy to take questions right now. So if there are any questions, um, I can take those right now. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. That was very amazing. Okay, so I would like to personally ask that you throw a little bit light to our viewers as regards discount scholarship for Ulster and Northumbria, especially.
I didn't hear that. It was buffering. Can you
Okay,
take
can you
that
hear me
again?
better now? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Can you take
Okay,
that again?
so yeah, so I would love you to help us by throwing more light in terms of discount scholarship offered by Ulster University and the Northumbria University as well for our viewers.
Oh, okay. Um, Jacqueline, I'm not sure if it's my network or yours, but
Okay, I think it's your network. Okay, I think she's coming back. All right, guys. You've heard it from the representative of QA. Okay, she have said a lot of things about Ulster University and Northumbria University. So for those on conditional offers or unconditional offers, I'm sure that your questions have been answered. And for the prospective students, we're looking forward to receiving your documents and making applications for you. And also, as regards our upcoming open day event happening on the 1st of March, Tommy is going to be live on that day. So if you have any questions or you still want to meet her one on one and talk and discuss about any of your chosen university, please do come on the 1st of March. I'm not out. Sorry about the network, okay? So So basically, for Northumbria University, you've heard from her. You've heard from the university rep. So they're offering over 30% discount to Nigerian students. So instead of paying the usual £19,750 for your tuition fee, you'll be paying as low as £18,500 for the master students, and your deposit remains £2,750, and you get to have a very flexible payment plan. And also for those going to Ulster University, you're having an amazing discount as well. I think 15%. Yeah, so you wouldn't be paying 15,300. You're paying 11,300 £300 for your total tuition fee. Deposit remains 50%, which is £5,500. Okay, so we are looking forward to having good number of you joining the Ulster and Northumbria University. So we have a lot of questions. Unfortunately, I think she's having network issues. Uh, Okay, she's coming back.
Okay. I can hear you now. Can you
All
hear me
right.
now?
Yes, welcome back.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yes,
I would
thank
like
you.
you to educate the viewers on in terms of your discounted scholarship for Northumbria and Ulster University as well.
Discounted scholarships for Northumbria and Ulster University. Okay, so for Northumbria University, tuition fee is 19,700. The tuition fee. Northumbria University, all students bursary. So what the London bursary is 1 month is equivalent of used to be 1334 but now is 1483. All of that is going to be deducted from the tuition fee. um just look at it as QA is making the first months on campus very easy for you by taking care of your month, because we are very generous and we are doing the Lord's work. So by the time we remove all of this from the 19750, the tuition fee that you come to 13,300 thereabouts, 13,339, I believe, thereabouts. And that is what you're going to be paying for Northumbria University. And again, the good thing about Northumbria University is that the initial £2,750. And another good thing about Northumbria spread across, such that you have up to like 6 months to complete your tuition payment done with the 2750. The two enrollments, and then there's a payment plan that applies where you have to pay 40% within the first 3 months, I believe, another 40%, then it's 20%. um Payments plan is quite flexible for Northumbria University, quite affordable, and the discount of that, the London bursary is also applied for Northumbria University. Now, for Ulster University, I would say tuition fee for Ulster University is already naturally low, um, affordable, because for Ulster London campus, 14,900 pounds is the tuition fee. So this is quite, I mean, lower than Northumbria University, obviously, but again, the tuition, the discount. Hear me, Jacqueline? Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Please go on.
Okay. If you're interested in studying at Ulster University London campus, um, you won't be paying the 14,950. You'll be paying 11,960 pounds, because for the London campus, for all students, discount of 20% is applied. If you're interested in studying at the Manchester campus or at the Birmingham campus, tuition fee is 13,300 pounds. But for these campuses, 15% discount is applied, which will bring your tuition fee to 11,305 pounds. That's what you need to pay. But for Ulster University, the initial deposit is pounds. But what I usually tell students is, even though the initial deposit is, higher compared to Northumbria, but you need to look at it like this. Once you're done with the £5,500, once you're done paying that, you have already paid about 50% of your tuition fee. So I mean, you can relax knowing that you're halfway sorted, and the rest of your tuition fee has to be paid within the first 4 months of study. For Ulster University, that's how the payments plan works.
All right. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, you're welcome, Jacqueline.
Okay, so we have questions from the comment section.
Okay.
All right. The first
Um,
question is, yeah.
okay, you can take the
Um,
question.
all right. Please, I applied and got my conditional offer in no time, but I've not been able to get an unconditional offer afterwards. Was it because I declared refusal for Canada and France? Should I share my student ID and username here so you help me out, or do I look at another school?
Okay, so first of all, don't look at another school just yet. Um, you've not mentioned the university. You've not mentioned the university that you applied to. We have a lot of partner university. Yeah. So I'm not sure how to advise you now because you've not mentioned the university that you applied to. If you applied to All Star University, I mean, so the whole thing of, is it because I declared my visa refusal? At any point in time, if you're making an application, you have to declare any previous refusals that you've had. So if you don't declare previous and then you get to the cast stage and then we find out your cast is going to be withdrawn, and even if you go to apply for your visa and then they find out, you could earn yourself a ban, you could earn yourself a 10-year ban. So just declare your visa refusal, that's not an issue. But I would say, if you've not, again, you've not mentioned why you have not been given your own conditional offer, because if you have a conditional offer, if you look on your conditional offer, it's going to be stated there what you need to do to meet your conditions so that we can you know give you what we call the unconditional offer. So I don't really know what could be delaying your offer, but I don't think it would be your visa refusal, because we have a lot of students that have had previous visa refusals in the past, and then we still give them offers, and then their visas would still be granted to them. I mean, another reason is why were you refused the visa? For some students, it's just due to finances. I mean, which is not a bad thing. Probably you didn't have money then, and you applied and you were denied, and now you have money now, and then you want to go to school. We'll be very happy to give you an unconditional right now that you can afford it, and we know that you can afford it. You've shown proof that you can afford it, and then we'll give you an offer to study. So I would say what you can do is, after this meeting, if you can contact the AN Global team, we can go on a three-way call, or they know how to contact me, and we can actually check. Once I'm able to log into your details and check, I would see exactly what is delaying your unconditional offer. Again, it may just be the regular delay. I don't know for how long you've had the conditional offer. So we have students that maybe they've been granted conditional offer, and then they submit the documents today, now at exactly 1:43, and then at 2:43 they're already sending mails to say, where is my unconditional offer? um you need to be patient sometimes, because we have an admissions team, they work day and night literally to make sure that these offers come out. We at QA, we have lots of applications. The volume of applications is quite a lot, and then once you know that you've submitted the documents that we've required, sometimes you just need to be patient. So sometimes there's nothing, you know from your end that you need to do. You just kind of need to wait. Usually if you wait up to like 5 working days, you get a response from us. But I would say let's just talk after this whole meeting. Just speak to the AN Global team, and then we can go on a three-way call and all check together.
All right, thank you.
Do
So we
any
have
of the
another question.
partner universities accept?
Accept
Okay,
Benin Republic.
I've already read it, the Benin Republic certificates. So the answer to that is yes, we accept Benin Republic certificates. However, we accept Benin Republic certificates into what we call the undergraduate top-up program. So I mean, if you have a degree from Benin Republic, you won't be qualified for a direct master's program at QA. However, our partner university called Northumbria University, they offer undergraduate support program, which you would be qualified for. So, yes, you can put in your application for that, an undergraduate support. It's a 1-year program as well.
Um,
I got the offer with Northumbria. Okay, so I would say that when it comes to Northumbria University, I would say that if you have previous visa refusals, especially if the visa refusal is within, if it's recent, Northumbria University, they are usually very skeptical about giving offers to students that may recently have had visa refusals. um I would like to know the course that you applied for as well. I mean, if I had spoken to you before you made this application, I'll probably have advised you to make an application to All Star University, because when it comes to visa refusals, All Star is a lot more lenient with that. But for Northumbria University, I would say that if it's a business course, if it's a course that we have at All Star University, if it's a business course, if it's MSc in computer science and technology, or any of the courses that we have at All Star, you can move your application to All Star University so that will proceed, and then you should be able to get an offer. But if it's one of the courses that we only have at Northumbria University, like cybersecurity or big data and data science, or some of the courses that we have at Northumbria and we don't have at All Star, that may be a little bit of a challenge. Again, I would say let's speak after this call so that we'll be able to find some kind of solution to this issue.
Okay, we have another question.
Please, when is the turnaround time to get an offer for QA All Star London campus? Okay, this is a very interesting question. I would say usually 5 working days, usually. But again, recently, okay, not recently because I won't say recently. Okay, recently, but also in a lot of intakes, we have been experiencing a large volume of applications, which has kind of slowed the process down a little bit more than it should. Um, for a lot of students, though, the 5 working days would still apply, but we've seen a few cases where offers can take a little longer than 5 working days, sometimes up to like 7 working days, 8 working days, but or even up to 10 working days. I would say that it would usually not extend 10 working days for any offers. So ideally 5 working days, but I would say just give us the grace, and let's work with less than 10 working days for the sake of this call right now, due to the volume of applications that we are currently facing.
Okay, another
Can I
question.
apply with my HND for direct masters? The answer to that is no, unfortunately. Except if you have a postgraduate diploma. Do you have a postgraduate diploma? If you have a postgraduate diploma, and you give us the results of your postgraduate diploma in addition to your HND degree, then we are able to consider you for a direct masters. But if you want to apply with your HND degree, you'll be qualified for what we call an undergraduate top up at Northumbria University London.
Okay, we have another question. Um,
Okay, I
I
thought
applied.
Jacqueline, do you want to take the question?
Okay, I applied to QA All-Star Birmingham campus, got my conditional offer, but I haven't gotten my unconditional offer yet, and it's almost 3 weeks now. I have submitted all outstanding documents requested, but my unconditional letter is yet to be issued. Do I go ahead and make my deposit?
Applied to QA or star and got my unconditional. I have not gotten my unconditional yet. 3 weeks ago. Okay, if you I mean I want to say that it's not possible, but let me just try and rephrase that. I would say that if you've gotten your unconditional offer 3 weeks ago and you've not gotten an unconditional offer at this particular time, that means that there's something that is still pending on your application. If you have submitted all of the required documents 3 weeks ago, by now you would have gotten your unconditional offer. If you've not gotten your unconditional offer, that means that there is something still pending on your application. So, I mean, a lot of students do not log into their portal to check the current status of their application. They do not keep an eye on what exactly is pending. Sometimes students submit documents and then we have assessed, but students does not even know that we've assessed because they've not logged in again to check what is the response to the assessment that we've made. If you submitted your documents 3 weeks ago and we've assessed, when last did you log into your portal to check what is the response to the assessments that we've made? Obviously there's something still pending on your application, and until you clear that up, you're not going to be getting an unconditional offer. And sometimes it's just something small. It could be something small as a scratch card. Sometimes, when we log in and we'll see that it's something very little that is delaying the unconditional offer. But again, it has to be done so that you're able to get your unconditional offer. After this meeting, if you can just help me with full names and application number. Can we go to the next question, Jacqueline?
Yeah, next question.
What's the turnaround time for unconditional offer? Again, I would say 5 working days, but currently I would say less than 10 working days. So 10 working days max right now, due to the volume of applications that we're currently facing. How long does it take to get an offer when I apply? Um, Again, you get a conditional offer within 5 working days, but less than 10 working days. If you were to make an application right now, you get a conditional offer um before 10 working days. Also, we have 3 intakes in a year. We have the January intake, the May intake, and the September intakes. We are almost rounding up for the May intake, but we are still accepting applications for the May intake. So you can look towards studying in September as well. How many pounds of scholarships are allocated for everyone, and what are the placements benefits at the university? Pounds of scholarship. So I spoke about scholarships earlier. If you were to go on the QA website, any course that you decide to study in Ulster University London campus, you're going to be getting 20% off. Any course that you decide to study in Birmingham and Manchester, you'll be getting 15% off. If you decide to study at Northumbria University, you're going to be getting 25% off, and you're going to be getting the London bursary. For placements, I would say we have some courses in Ulster University and in Northumbria University as well. These courses are 2 years courses. So if you were to go on the website and you see a course, for example, let's say you see a course international business, that's a 1 year course. But if you keep scrolling, you would see international business with advanced practice. Most of the courses that we have available in Ulster and in Northumbria as well, you would see the courses alone, then you see with advanced practice. For the courses that have the advanced practice option, those are courses that are 2 years, which 1 year is going to be in the classroom, and then the other year is going to be for what I'll call like an internship, where students can actually work and apply what they've studied, more like a placement. So the other year is like a placement year. The tuition fee for those courses are slightly higher. I believe for Ulster University is around £15,000 thereabouts when we apply the discount. So if you want to check those courses out, there are 2 years courses, you can do that as well. What is QA Ulster London campus payments plan? Okay, so initial deposits for Ulster London and all of the All-Star campuses initial deposits is 5,500. 5,500 takes you into enrollments, and we expect you to balance up tuition fee within the first 4 months of study. So you would have 4 months post enrollment to balance up the rest of your tuition. I hope that clarifies.
Yeah. Okay. I believe that is the last question on the comment section.
Okay.
Thank you, Mrs. Tommy, for such a wonderful session with Ian Global, and I'm sure all our viewers are very happy and excited to hear directly from you. Okay, so I want to use this medium to invite all our
Thank you very
viewers.
much. Thank you very much for having me. Thank you very much for inviting us to talk to the students, and I can't wait to. s-
Okay, I think network. Okay, so guys, you are
Hello.
invited for our open day event. Yeah, network from your side.
Okay. Can you hear me now, Jacqueline?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Hello. Hi,
Yeah, I
Jacqueline.
can hear you. I can hear you. Please go on.
Okay. Thank you very much for the team. Thank you for having me. Thank you for giving us this opportunity on your platform to reach out to even more students. Thank you to everyone that took out time to meet with me today. For the students that asked the questions, the ones that I, promised to get back to, please just reach out to the AN Global team with your application details, and they know how to reach out to me, so that we'll look at what exactly is pending on your applications. Thank you very, very much
Thank you.
for this time, and we do appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. We look forward
Yeah.
to bringing more students to join your university and your pathway universities as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone, you're invited to our open day event happening on the 1st of March. If you want to get to speak with Mrs. Tommy one on one, please come to the event. Come with your questions, come with your documents for instant offers. All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, bye. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.